Welcome to Skyview News for Friday, November 8th. Today we have Jack, Collin,
and Jaden.
So what are y'all looking forward to for the weekend?
Maybe arguing for no reason. Why do you want to do that?
Because he needs something to do. It's not like we have jobs or anything.
What do you mean? I have a job. Well, I think we need to go and see Dr. P's class to settle this. Oh wait, we have an next segment about debates by Kaelia, Madison, and Gabriel.
Welcome to our interview. Today we will be interviewing two students from Dr. P's communications class. They will be telling us about an interview that they are doing. These students are learning about a debate, and their assignment is whether they think it's okay to sneak candy into a movie theater or not. These students are separate terms and have different points of view. We will be asking them questions on what they think. First, let's talk to Dylon Hartkins about his thoughts on the debate. Do you think it's okay to sneak candy into a movie theater?
I don't think so because there's rules against that, and if you sneak candy in the movie theater, then how's that fair to any other people that don't get to do that?
Does you or your family sneak candy into a movie theater?
Well, sometimes, but I mean, we usually buy like just Slurpees or just do the movies.
Do you think there should be a rule on whether or not you can bring candy into a movie theater?
Yes and no, because some people might have peanut allergies and they might just be airborne, and some families are richer than others, so they should be able to bring certain candies into movie theaters.
Now let's see what Briscoe thinks. Do you think it's okay to sneak candy into a movie theater?
Yeah, because the movie theater candies are overpriced and you should be able to bring your own.
What's your favorite movie theater candy?
Gobstoppers, because they last longer and they taste good.
Do you think there should be a rule that you can or cannot bring candy into a movie theater?
I think that you should be allowed to because they should at least lower the prices and give you more varieties, because sometimes, like with peanut allergies, sometimes there's like a lot that are made in the peanut factories.
For more information about the debate and the pods, go to pod 606 or ask a 7th grade student from Dr. P's communications class. You know, I secretly sneak candy into the movie theater. Shh. Anyways, back to you, anchors.
Those were some tubular debates. What did you guys think?
They were so cool. Oh yeah.
Are any of you guys playing sports currently?
I play sports, but I don't like basketball. You don't like basketball?
Hey guys, chill. We don't need to get so worked up about this.
No! Maybe you like basketball after this basketball sports report by Lecia, Shane, and Caleb.
Let's do it.
Hey, do you like basketball? Well, then you'll like this commercial. Stay tuned.
Basketball is a sport where you shoot a ball into a hoop. If one member of a team shoots a ball into the hoop, the team scores a point. Sometimes a team might get 2 or 3 points. The team with the most points after 4 quarters wins. There are 15 minutes in each quarter. Halftime is at the end of the second quarter.
I'm here with
Gulbrandson.
to talk about basketball. So why did you join the basketball team?
I just like the sport and it's fun to play.
What's your favorite part about being What's your favorite part about being in basketball?
It's competitive and our team was good last year, so I just like it.
What's your strategy? What's your strategy? To win.
I just like facilitating, like passing to people, getting rebounds, finding people who's open.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kel Gomez. I'm here with.
Yang Glenn.
So what's your favorite part about basketball?
My favorite part about basketball is going up against the different teams and just having a competitive game with them.
So why'd you join basketball?
I joined basketball because I like the sport and I just like being with my team. I've been with them for a few years now. So.
Is basketball your favorite sport? Why or why not?
Yes, because just the overall game and everybody gets involved. And
For more information on basketball, contact Mrs. Anderson at mranderson@d49.org or see her in her room. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
That was pretty interesting. Anyway, back to you, anchors!
So do you understand basketball now, Collin?
Yeah, I guess, but I still hate it though. Why?
Yeah, Collin. Why?
It's boring. I think photos are more interesting in this, so...
Yeah, my favorite photos are photos of lasagna.
I love taking pictures! Well then, let's see the photo slideshow.
Sweetie, wow! That was a cool photo slideshow.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Back to the lasagna thing. Are you guys good at cooking?
I like cooking children.
Wow, that's dark.
Yeah, geez, Collin.
It was a joke.
Sure it was.
Let's get back on track. We have a schedule.
Are you sure?
Anyways, let's get into our next segment.
Thanks, Jaden. We have a cooking show segment called Chicken Lasagna by Alyssa and Alana.
Hello everyone and welcome to this week's episode of Chicken Lasagna, show where regular people like you can impress hotshot chefs. In this episode, contestants will cook their way through cutthroat culinary competition. Let's meet our judges. First up, our lovely producer, A-Train. Hi. Next up, a horrific cook but a fantastic baker. Hi. I'm Alana Stewart. Round 1. Contestants often create an exquisite dessert using these ingredients: cupcake, frosting. And for a twist, they will have to use salt and caramel incorporated in their dessert. First up, Sophia McCrae. What have you brought for us today, Sophia?
I brought a white fire cupcake with caramel on top.
No. Patron, no. Take my side.
Delicious.
A little salty. That was the surprise.
Very salty.
Choked on the breadcrumbs.
Next up, Connor Wilson. You brought for us today? Connor.
A sideways chocolate delicacy from Australia.
Oh, Australia's upside down.
It tried, okay?
Presentation. Say a 4 out of 10.
Thank you, Connor.
You didn't write Sophia.
Doug Conway.
Oh, yeah. So, this is a delicacy in Switzerland. It's really tasty, and I call it the Yeehaw Bebop. Thank you, judges.
I didn't know how to cut this.
No cupcake. Oh. It smells like medicine. Presentation. 10 out of 10. Thank you, Doug. No.
Person going back to class is Connor.
Now on to round 2. Contestants will have to create a delicious entree dinner using these ingredients: Kraft mac and cheese bowls, salt and pepper seasoning, taco seasoning, and for the twist, green onions. And bacon. 2, 1, go. Be efficient. You're short on time.
Open it. Do I crack it or do I?
Wait, 3 minutes. What happened? That'll be good. So how's your day?
Pretty good. I don't know if I was supposed to add this first or.
I think we were.
Oops.
That sucks. You eat mac and cheese with a spoon?
Mac and cheese with a knife?
Okay.
You hate
I
bacon?
hate bacon.
How do you
That's
hate
like
bacon?
me hating fish sticks.
You hate fish sticks?
You don't hate fish sticks?
Don't touch. Don't touch.
Alright, y'all, come get your special ingredients over here.
Shove it all in there.
I don't even know.
I didn't cut the green onion very well. Don't judge it. Cook the green onion. Cut.
A bit of garlic powder goes a long way.
A little bit goes a long way. So what if I use like the whole bag? My hands are gonna smell awful. Oh no.
Deal with it.
Oh, I'm gonna vomit.
No, you're supposed to leave the spoon in.
Pull out your hands.
Can we have Connor Wilson to the chopping block, please? Not both. Where's the bag?
It's actually good. Time, Connor. This is actually from Portugal, and my grandma used to make it when she lived in Brazil.
It smells really good.
What?
Holy crap. Thank you for joining us today on Chicken Lasagna. See you next time. I say go. Caramel candy. Stab people. Go.
I am making a very unique.
What are you making?
These are actually a delicacy in France and also Spain.
Making the frosting.
Got some extra chocolatey.
Look what's going on there.
Still make it edible.
Oh, it's edible, all right.
It's edible, but not tasty.
Adrian, get it from the camera. In front of us.
I'm honestly concerned about Doug.
Give me that salt.
5, 4.
Hint of surprise.
Eat up. Yum, yum, yum.
Man, I could go for some lasagna right now.
What the schlop is it with you and lasagna?
Facts.
I don't actually like lasagna, I just like saying the word lasagna.
Kind of like Deadpool and Chimichangas?
Yeah.
Okay.
You like games?
Are you kidding me? I eat, sleep, and breathe games.
First of all, ew. Second of all, our next segment is about video games. Check it out.
Yeah, it's called If Games Were People, and it's by Antonio, Addison, Hayden, Brendan, and Skylie. Bless you.
Bless.
Welcome to the inside of the computer. Today we're going to look at some popular games. Today we're going to look at popular games like Monopoly or Fortnite. They may be board games or they may be video games. Whatever they are, we're going to act them out.
Oh no, a zombie villager! Dude, do you have any of those golden apples? No. Do you? I only have a slush potion. We don't say that anymore, and yes, I do. Okay.
Oh my gosh, you saved me! Yes, we did. May I have an emerald for a pine cone?
Go, sir.
Oh, thanks. Dude, can I break these hookers for metal? I don't see why there's any point why I don't think you should break. Okay, well, thanks for the metal. Well, little boy. I'm gonna knock you out.
This guy has no idea what he's messed with.
Guy's career with one move.
Good, Buster. Oh, frick, did I just kill him?
Dude, it's just a game. Okay, so there's about 8 people. That means I have to be at the top of those 8 people by the end of the game. But I'm starting in first place. My rank is mine. It's my time to shine. Beep, 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 beep. Get squished!
I'm legally blind! You thought it was over?
Look at all this money I got from playing this game. You know, all I had to do was hop around. You know, get that exercise. And I got paid to walk.
I am a millionaire now, and I also have to sit. To be exact, I am like 90 million a point. Antonio Barrier, you are under arrest. Everything you say and do can and will be used against you. Help me!
I went to jail. I got paid for walking. I don't know what I did wrong.
Oh, I could roll doubles. Well, I'm about to head out.
Thank you for entering your computer. You may exit now.
What is a Fortnite? I only play Minecraft.
You mean forklift? It's a bad game.
Okay, that's cool.
You got adrenaline, bro? You know Miss Najar? Me neither. We should learn about her.
That's disrespectful.
Okay.
We should probably watch the interview about Miss Najar. It's by Sophia, Sydney, and Doug.
Miss Najar was born in Germany. She lived with her grandma because her dad was in the military. Her parents at the time were living in the U.S. As a child, she talked about many things.
So I grew up in a town called Mittenwald, which is right on the border of Austria. So if you walked a certain distance into the town, like around it, you could actually cross over to the border in Austria. And we used to do it all the time, even though we weren't supposed to. So it's kind of like it is here. Like you have to have a passport to get into Canada and Mexico. You're not supposed to cross over just because they are 2 different countries. So they had like border patrol that would check your passport, and you could go there. It wasn't like we weren't allowed to, but we wouldn't have our passports with us, and we would just sneak over the border because you could do that from the back of this like bike trail that we used to always go to. But then we would always get in trouble when we came back and told, you know, our grandparents or our parents about what we were doing. I mean, nothing would have really happened if we had gotten caught. We would have been told to go back over, but we would like sneak over and then just come right back. I think we were scared that anything would happen to us. Not a whole lot of cars, just people ride their bikes and walk everywhere. And it snows a crazy amount in the winter. And right In the backyard was the mountains, so just huge mountain ranges. It's a really, really tiny town that's south of Munich, about 2 hours, and right on the border of Austria, which was beautiful.
She had to move back and forth many times throughout her years, which caused some conflicts when learning German and English.
I was born there, and then I lived there until I was 5, so I went to kindergarten, and then I moved to the States, and then I went back there in 4th grade, and I lived there until I got through 8th grade, and then I came back here to go to high school. I spent my time there with my grandma, so it was really nice to spend just one-on-one time with her and to get to know my cousins that I probably would have not gotten to know had I not lived there, obviously. School, I loved school there. It was a lot of fun and I was good at it. I grew up on a farm. My aunt had a big farm with lots of animals, so I did a lot of that. And for the hay season, we went out at beautiful country and mountains and hanging out with friends. It was all super fun. My dad's side of the family is German. My grandma, who is German, married my grandpa, who was a soldier in the army. And so they came over here to the States, and when they divorced, my grandma moved back. I'm a lot German. I moved over there by myself because my parents were adjusting to life over here after my dad got out of the military, and thought that it would be a good experience for me to kind of immerse myself in the language and the culture. So they sent me over there, and just staying for a year, I stayed for 4 because I loved it so much. And then I was ready to come back home. I have a great uncle who owned like a big kind of lodge, so we would hike up there all the time. Swimming, there's like 3-4 lakes that are in the town or near the town that I lived, so I did that. We rode our bikes everywhere. There weren't a lot of cars. There's only one street light in the town I grew up in, super small. So we rode our bikes all over the place. We had ride our bikes probably like 2 hours or 3 hours to get to the nearest movie theater, which was in like 2 towns over. So we would sometimes just hop on the train and do that, and I just hung out with my friends and ate really good food. And on the weekends, I always spend it with my aunt up at the farm.
She came to the United States of America in the 1st grade and moved back to Germany when she was finished with 4th grade.
I think definitely my grandma and some things with my step-grandpa that shaped who I am, and just being able to spend time with like close family, which was really good. I made a really strong connection with a lot of my family that I probably would have never gotten to know. That really shaped me in who I am. German culture is very different, and so is German school. So I think that really helped set me up and prepare me for high school and for college. Me a really motivated worker and hard worker. You would get held back if you didn't pass your classes, so that wasn't something I wanted to do. So it just gave me a lot of work ethic that I still have today.
Miss Najar returned to the United States when she was finished with 8th grade and had to relearn being an American. Miss Najar ended up finishing school in America. She said that her future would be much different if she finished school in Germany instead.
Part of the reason I left Germany is because the opportunities for women at that time to go like on to college were not as great. And I really, really wanted to be a marine biologist, and that just wasn't something I was going to be able to do there. So if I was still there, I would most likely be married with children, working on a farm. So my life would be very, very different because I'm single and I have no kids and I'm a teacher, which I love.
Miss Najar is deciding between whether or not to stay in Germany or live in America. She had lived in America but came back with her family because the German learning is a bit different. She had to retake 4th grade in Germany.
It's such a big part of who I am. It's the culture of it, having been born there and then stay there through kindergarten and then go back. It's just such a big part of my life. I still am really close to all of my friends that I met there, and it was the beginning of like my education foundation because I went to German school. It sparked my passion for science, which I've carried on throughout my whole life. So I can't think of like me without thinking about that, because that is who I am and has shaped who I am. Spent so much time there, being born there, then going to kindergarten there, and then going back there again for 4 years for school. Going to German school, it set me up for who I am. It kind of sparked my passion for science, which I've carried throughout my life, and I definitely wouldn't be who I am without that, so I can't even think about like my life without that big piece of it. I'd rather stay here. We have more freedom here in America. I'm comfortable here, and I feel like the opportunities, especially for women, are better here than they are there. Wanted to kind of go somewhere where I could just be lost in the crowd, and I like that about America in particular because we've got big cities and lots of people and just more of who I am now that I'm older. I would wear like dirndls, and we would go to like festivals. And so dirndl is like a typical German dress. They would do like prayer walks where they would just pray and walk over the whole town, and lots of like, every season we did hay season, so we'd go out and we, harvest the hay and bring it in. So I did that. Those were very big traditions. The one that I probably miss the most is Christmas. So when I moved there, I didn't know a lick of German anymore. So I had to learn German from scratch. And their schooling system is probably 5 to 10 years more advanced than the American system. So they're much more advanced there. So I actually went to 4th grade twice. It's not like I got held back, but they were so advanced I couldn't go into 5th grade. But then I got to skip 8th grade when I got here. So in Germany, they speak different dialects depending on where you're at, and they are like totally different languages almost. So in school, we had to speak what we call Hochdeutsch, which is like proper German, but I lived in Bavaria, so we spoke Bavarian, which is like a shortened, choppy slang version of proper German. So I can speak that still really well, because that's what I spoke mostly at home. But my proper German isn't as good anymore. My grandma taught me, so when I went there and I didn't know any German, we started in the kitchen and she would just open a drawer and she would go through the things, and this is what a knife is and this is what a fork is. And so I kind of just learned by being exposed to it. The thing about living in Germany is, unlike America where we really accommodate for people coming from other countries, they don't. They expect you to learn their language. There's no signs written in English, there's no like translators available. It's you either kind of sink or swim. I was used to just a small group of friends in a small town, coming back here and going to school all day long. That was hard. So we owned 3 fields for the farm that we would harvest the hay from. And there was one in particular that was kind of a little bit out of town. It took a while to like ride our bikes there. It was really, really quiet, and just the smell of fresh air and the birds and the animals that were there, that was probably my favorite place to go. I can remember it through all my senses.
Although she wanted to be a marine biologist, she continued to learn and eventually became a teacher, and she won't change her current life because she likes it, I guess.
Wow, I know so much about Miss Nazar now. I can't believe she lived in Germany. Same.
So what's our next segment again?
I don't know, but by process of elimination, it's either announcements or credits. And
it's announcements! Get up to yell!
What? I can't really hear right now.
It's announcements!
Oh!
Well, roll the tape!
Oh, by the way, announcements were by Mallory, Elliott, and Ryden.
Are you a 6th or 7th grader? Do you want to take broadcasting second semester? Applications are outside room 200. Applications are due Friday, November 15th. If you have any questions, see Miss Jeffrey.
Do you want to help out local families in need? Well, you can. Student Council is running our annual Harvest of Love contest. Bring in non-perishable food items or money to your advisory teacher. All food and money collected will be donated to the local food bank, Karen Share. For $1 donated equals 10 pounds of food, which is equivalent to 8 meals. The class at each grade level that collected the most pounds of food will be rewarded with a breakfast prize. It runs till November 21st.
Man, all you 6th and 7th graders should turn in your broadcast application forms. So the next time I'm talking to you, could be in front of the camera.
I mean, I already have.
Wait, what?
What do you mean? You can't turn in your application in 8th grade.
Shh. I'm surprised I don't know.
Well, we should end this thing.
Thanks for watching!